What's good, people? It's Lewis or bbrights and I am back with a brand new video. Today's video we're going to be making a drop to sound like Bassjackers. It's a new concept slash series I want to be starting called like how to make a drop like, or something along those lines, where we choose different artists that I'm inspired by or really like in the EDM industry, like Hardwell, Kashmir, Martin Garrix, Bassjackers, Bassjackers, KV, people like that. We're going to be making videos on how to make a drop sounding like them. If you want a specific artist you want me to make a drop like, leave it in the comments down below. So yeah, let's just get right into this. So it's not going to be any type of long video. We're going to be making a lot of edits and just a basic idea on how to make a drop like Bassjackers. So let's get straight into it, and we're going to be starting with the drop melody. So Bassjackers, quite a few of their songs are in the key of A minor. Quite an interesting key, very nice key. So without wasting any time, this is the drop melody I have come up with. So that is the drop melody. Now we're going to move into the drop synths. So for the leads, there are 3 layers. There is 2 Nexus 3s and 1 silent 1. All the leads, if I turn off the processing as well. Lead 1 sounds like this. Nexus 3, EDM 5, a lead called a red light, quite Bassjacker sounding. Lead 2 is the classic Uman Ozcan Bassjackers lead from Silent called Smash. And then the final one is from Nexus again, same EDM 5 in the lead category, lead XTC, sounds like this. All together sound like this. Not too bad, and then we got to a bit of processing. So on the first lead, all we done was 2 simple EQs, cutting off the lows, taking some of that 8 kHz range out. Lead 2 was another EQ, taking off the lows, adding a fruity stereo shaper using the Stereoize 2 preset, just to widen it out a bit. Lead 3, then again, another EQ, cutting off the lows, and we used this stereo separation knob here, turn it 38% to the left, widen that out. So now that sounds like this. Nothing too special. And then we go to the drop leads bus, which we are using a EQ2, boosting the 1 kHz range a little bit. Then we go to a Camel Crusher, very standard British clean preset, everyone uses it. And then because of the Camel Crusher, it creates low end. We cut it back out with an EQ, OTT, Fruity Blood Overdrive using the boost preset, and then we turn the mix knob down here to around 25%. Another EQ, doing some small dips and stuff like that. And again, taking up the low end because the Blood Overdrive creates some low end. And finally a kickstart using the high chain mix preset on 75%. And now that sounds like this. Beefs up quite a bit. And then we send this drop lead bus to a reverb send, and on that is just a simple reverb 2, EQ, compressor, another EQ, and a very, very tiny, extremely short 40% mix reverb, and that sounds like this. And I'll see if we quickly do a before and after. This is before. So it's quite beefed up. So that is pretty much it for the leads. Next we're going to move on to the drop kick. So this is the drop kick I have created. It consists of 4 layers, a punch layer, a mid layer, a high tone, and a kick sub. So the punch sounds like this. Quite a nice sounding punch. This is from the Bassjackers higher place kick. I just EQ'd it and took out the lows and boosted a bit there just so I can get that mid tone. Sounds very nice. Again, this is from the Bassjackers higher place sample pack. It's just the top kick sounding tone. As you can see, I've took some of the high frequencies out just because it was interfering with the drop leads too much in my personal taste. And finally, there is a kick sub that I created myself. Sounds like this. So that's covering just the sub frequencies. Then you add the mid and the high tone. So even if you turn off any of these layers, it makes a huge difference. So they're all very important, and all of them together sound like this. processing, nothing too major, just boosting the high end just a little bit just to get that nice click and attack of the kick. Like I showed before on the mid kick, just taking some of the sub frequencies out and boosting the 1 kHz range. And the sub, just taking some of the higher frequencies out because of the weird click that you can hear there. And then I've turned this separation knob all the way to the right to make it 100% mono, just so it's right in the center. And that's what the kick sounds like. So next we're going to move on to the drums. So for the drums, Bassjackers like to have quite a lot of detail in their drop fills in the 2nd, 4th and 8th bars, drop fills and similar amount of drums, but overall it has a nice lot of variation to the track. I do apologise for using quite a few Kashmir stuff, but that's what Bassjackers do, so I can't really get around that. But for the drums, we have a couple few drop snares. We have their Bassjackers higher place fill. And we have this drop snare here as well. And then we also have this one, but we filtered out of an EQ. Also pitched it down 2 or 3 semitones. Yeah, I've pitched it down 2 semitones to get in the key of A. And we just took the higher frequencies out, otherwise it complements this well. And then like their track with Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike, their Mortal Kombat track, they have like a trap snare doing a little roll here. And I have it here as well. Also have a little mini snare. And then for our fill, sounds like this. And a sub drop. And then we also have this little chant here. Nice and playful for the crowd. And then we have this snare here, or this synth fill, sorry. All it is I pitched down 5 semitones to get in the key of A because it is originally D. And then I created an automation clip and it goes from 1 octave to a higher octave. Nothing too special, but with that, sounds like this. Also have this Woo from Kashmir, Burn and Dallas K, their track. Nothing too complex. And then for the drums we have a simple clap. On a chant. And then we had some rides. And then on the second half, the second 8 bars of the drop, we have 3 little stabs for chants. So we play all the drums together. Sounds like this. And then with the kick, it sounds like this overall. So yeah, next we're going to move on to the drop stabs. So for the drop stabs, nothing too special, it's just 3 layers, just to fill in these little gaps here, otherwise it just sounds too dull. So we need to fill in these gaps here, so we do that with brass stabs. So we have one that sounds like this, fills in the 1 and the 2. We have another one that does the exact same thing. It's got a more higher frequency, hissy sound to it, gives it more body. And we have the classic, again, Bassjackers stab that just plays on the 1 rather than the 1 and the 2. And then all 3 of them sound like this. So that's what it sounds like. And then I've also added this Fab Filter Simplon for the end 8 bars of each, and it filters out the low end. And we've also done it here for a pre-drop fill that counteracts with this. So then with the brass and everything together, sounds like this. and then with the whole track and the kick and the drums, it sounds like this. And lastly, all we have to add now is just some simple effects, nothing too complex. So that's all we've got to do, and that is the last thing. So move on to the effects. So for the effects, there's only 3 things. A noise sweep down, pretty standard. A noise sweep. And just in the second half of the drop, just to keep the energy going, we have this vocal tone from Kashmir. So that's all very standard stuff. Nothing too complex, and that is pretty much it for a Bassjackers drop. How long will you spend on this? An hour and 38 minutes, not too bad. But this is what we have overall. I'll be giving out the FLP when this video reaches 150 likes. So if anyone's interested, just smash the like button, and this FLP will be out when the video reaches that milestone. So overall, with everything added, the kick, the drums, the drop leads, the stabs, and the effects, the overall drop sounds like this. Enjoy. So that is the overall drop outcome. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, helps the channel grow, makes me happy. On Friday, I have another part of Sabres from start to finish episode coming out. Today was meant to be a demo video, but there wasn't enough demos for me to actually go through. So if you want your demo featured, send it to the email in the description, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.